Welcome to my Interleague round tier list, where I try to list all of the vehicles I played while grinding for the automatic. We have the obvious automatics here: S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, don't really remember, and of course trash. So let's do first things first and find the automatic. Where is it? That's quite a few vehicles. Now where the oh, there it is. Very good. But yeah, very cool tank, pretty good, quite underrated, and you're actually very good at shooting down low-flying jets. So, despite its battle rating, it's still a pretty good AA. It's just not very good at jet players that know what they're doing, I think. And also pretty decent at shooting down helicopters. Okay, let's go in order of appearance here. The Centauro 105 and the Centauro 105 Roma. I would have done two different screenshots, but I didn't manage to do that. But yeah, they're both actually pretty good. The Roma, I would say, is slightly better than the 105. Due to its slow mobility, it is a bit worse, but in terms of my gameplay, it's sufficient enough. It does tank shots a tiny bit better than the Centauro 105. So I would rate it higher, but I think both of them are solid. Yeah, A tier. Okay, the M1542, pretty cool tank, pretty good. Actually, almost don't really remember because it was a year ago. But I would say, yeah, A tier seems reasonable. The AB-205A1, it's fun to fly. It's a Huey, the quintessential helicopter. It's absolutely useless due to its armament. It only has a few funny rockets and cannons, and at its tier, it's pretty much completely useless. Not sure if I ever played the D3. Might have at some point, but it is a pretty... just going to put both here. Both of these are pretty solid CAS option, I'd say. At least early tier. FC-20 bis. I think out of all Italian planes, the best. The best of them all. And it's a very good CAS plane, even up to like 8.0 and higher. It's pretty cool, especially with its autocannon, so easily S tier. The P108A, yeah, it's one of the genius Italian inventions of putting a tank cannon on a strategic bomber to use as an anti-shipping plane. Yeah, didn't really go very far because I think at some point people realized that ships could mount guns to shoot back. But yeah, I think, I mean, it's pretty much a meme, but yeah, I think it's sort of trash. I mean, these two are relatively similar. I would just put them... Although I'm sort of not really remember playing both of these, but I think they were fairly okay. Just nothing great. Oh, well, let's put the normal Centauro here, and this is the Roma then. Let's put the Roma in A tier. But yeah, the Centauro here. The Orbal 74, I think, was... let me try to remember. I think C tier, I think. It was fairly okay. It's just not the premium version. So, I think, yeah, it was okay. It wasn't great. I think I remember. Doesn't really have much of a big profile. Then we have the Saddam 25 Mistral, one of the greatest Italian anti-air inventions ever devised. You would think that with the M111 chassis, this thing was developed in the 1960s, but no, it was the state-of-the-art anti-air system of the Italian military in the 1980s. And yeah, it does have 4 cannons and 2 missiles, and I don't know what they were wanting to shoot down with this, but it can't have been jets. So I think in terms of AA and overall tank, I mean, I think it's B. It's okay. The missiles it has really save it. I would put this one in trash. It's not really good. It's yeah, it's really just it doesn't have a radar. It's really just you really have to be lucky to shoot anything with it and against vehicles. I think it had, when I played it, an explosive shell with 6mm of penetration. However, those 6mm of penetration were not present. It does not have any AP belts, so it's pretty much just useless trash, where you have to get lucky or be very good, which I not am, playing the game to get decent performance out of it. Then we have the T-72, which I actually did unlock after the automatic, and I think, what would say, from what I managed to do with it, and given the fact that I'm not used to the glorious Soviet reverse speed, I would actually, I don't know, CB. From my experience, I would put it at C point for now, simply because of the reverse speed. Then we have the ZSU-23-4, which I did complain about was absolute trash, but I didn't knew the Saddam existed before. Despite its radar being quite, it still has a radar compared to the Saddam 25. And its cannon actually is quite decent at shooting things down and can sometimes get you very light tank kills. So I would say, yeah, at least B tier. Then we have the VCC-80, 60, great tank, has a 3-second reload and is easily A tier, very good. If you're pretty good with it, you can probably actually do quite decently well in it. The Breda 9053, which I don't really have, but managed to play for like one stream as a test drive. What's say C? Not really my type of vehicle, really. But it works quite okay, I'd say. Then the R3T106FA. With the 2 recoilless rifles, it's actually pretty good, It's just very atrocious in terms of mobility, so it's best used as a sort of ambush or sniping tank because it's way too wobbly of a platform to, at least for me, to use too effectively, but it's pretty good and can net you some good kills. And of course, BTR-80A, my beloved, best salad. One of the reasons I did go for the automatic was because the BTR was added. I would have otherwise probably gone for like the Russian pancake tank. But yeah, easily S tier, simply because I do like it and it's pretty good. It's also a pretty good tank and it's pretty cool and best salad. Okay, then we have the ZSU-57-2. Honestly, I'm trash playing it, so I'm just going to... I don't really remember actually playing this thing. Actually, no, let's put it in C tier. It's not great, but not terrible either. M47. Don't remember playing this. C13 T90. Pretty okay. C tier, I think. Yeah. Then we have the classic R3 T20 FH-HS. Pretty cool. I remember the time when it was quite a nuisance at lower tiers. And yeah, you can still harass it. I think it was once like 4.0. A long while back at 3.0, but now at like 6.0, it's best, in my opinion at least, to like hunt light tanks and be very quick to capture cap points, especially on maps where there's only one cap point, so you can help your team out a bit. So I would say probably B tier, thanks to its like speed and the utility it has. due to it. Let's see. I think I'm running out of space a tiny bit. Let me adjust. Very good. Now we have the M26A1, which I think was a heavy tank. Wasn't particularly good in it, but I'm just going to put it at C point. Honestly, to be fair, I can't really remember playing it, so I'm just going to put it here. 2S1. That was loud. 2S1 is. Yeah, I would put it in trash, but I do know it can be quite good, so I would put it at. I would put it at C point simply because I'm pretty certain other people would be quite better using it. But pretty cool. Oh, the Leopard 4070, basically a mid-tier automatic, so I would say pretty well suited over here at ST. I think it was a bit lower in BR previously, but it's a pretty good tank, pretty well rounded, and very much fun at lower tiers. Sherman, don't remember it really. M18. I would say A tier, pretty decent. Turan 3 is, I would say, B tier. Contrarero, don't really recall playing it, but it wasn't very good. Then, of course, we have the other Sherman, which, yeah. Did I actually play that thing? No, let's put it in, don't really remember. Yes, another Sherman, another, I don't know if I even played this thing. Then we have the Breda 501, easily one of the best tanks in the entire game, especially for its tier. Easy to use, super fun, even viable up to 8.0 and even higher if you're there. The only downside this thing really has is the doors on the side, which do get caught in trees sometimes, but actually one of the best tanks you can possibly play. And I think actually the tank in which I got my first nuke ever playing a game, so easily S tier. If you want to grind Italy or play Italian vehicles, the Breda is one of the best vehicles you can choose. M24, no idea who that is. Zinri 2, I think it was pretty cool, like, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, like C tier. Turan 2, no idea. Pog Truck, very cool. Not too useful in battle, but I would give it like a solid B tier simply because it's a truck and I like it. Oh, the P40. Never mind, the P40 is A, and this thing goes, I don't know, over here. This goes like over here. The P40, great tank, very cool, very nice. M3A3, didn't really play this thing and it looks fake. AB43, A tier, great tank, very cool, lovely. AS42, no really, I don't really remember. Oh yeah, the L. Did I even play this thing? I don't know. I guess not. DM, don't know what that is. L3, yeah. I mean, meme tier, and I've seen people, well, not really meme tier, but I think C point is C point, yes. C tier is fine because I've seen people do quite well with it and even kill top tier tanks, but yeah, I haven't. AS42, I would say I don't really remember either, but I think it might have been good. What do we have here? L60, no idea who that is. And AB41, it's pretty solid. Let's quickly try to center this. Was this all? This was all. And I think that is my pretty interesting tier list here. There we go. Obviously, there's probably quite a lot to disagree with, but I honestly did forget playing all the American heavy tanks. But actually, I would put the P40 at S tier. Actually, nah, I think it's A tier. I don't know. Either S or B, I don't know. Either S or A. It's a pretty good tank nonetheless. But yeah, I personally wouldn't necessarily recommend grinding Italy, unless you want, of course, the unless of course you want the automatic, which is pretty cool. But other than that, meh. I mean, it's World War II stuff is cool, and the Hungarian tank tree for like top tier will be quite interesting, especially later down the line. But yeah, actually never mind. I think with the Hungarian tech tree, it's worth to grind the Italian tech tree. It's just not the best choice to start the game with. There's definitely better trees to get into. But yeah, that's my epic tier list. I'm now a tier list YouTuber, yes. But yeah, I think that's okay. Let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, I think that's pretty sort of accurate, I think. And if you want to see me playing each of these tanks, check out my Road to Automatic playlist, where all the streams have the names of those vehicles conveniently in the title. Isn't that cool? And you can probably see that I actually probably said that this tank is very cool. But if you want to hear my more accurate thoughts regarding these vehicles, just go to the vaults, and if you even care, and then listen to the last part of the Getting the Sherman IC stream and stuff. Those that are called Getting the, or Trying Out the, I don't know. Just watch all of them. Just watch all 180 hours, all 45 streams. Just watch them all. It is definitely not a waste of time. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, that's it. Hope it was a sort of enjoyable video and you maybe had some decent takeaways from it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Perhaps until next time, and goodbye.